Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick little preemptive error. In this piece, I refer to the style that they use as kinescopic animation. It is actually called rotoscopic animation. That's my bad. I apologize. Enjoy the piece. What's going on, guys? This is Ed Reviews here. Once again, flying solo. I'm not actually sure what this is going to end up being, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Future Eddie that's editing this, I apologize if you can't use this. I just finished watching the new Amazon exclusive drama called Undone, starring Rosa Salazar and Bob Odenkirk. And I need to just talk about this show. I have producer Amanda making the graphic you'll be seeing that says audio editorial. We don't have the ability to put out one of our typical reviews right now, but this has to get talked about. I'm going to try and structure this as the editorial, but I literally just finished the final episodes, and I'm kind of processing it as I'm talking, so if I sound a little scatterbrained, I apologize, but this show will make you scatterbrained. I'm not going to lie to you. So, first off, I'll start with when I first heard of this show, what I thought the premise was going to be, and what the premise that they kind of advertise is. So I first saw it when, in a promotional piece that they were doing during the Amazon Prime Day concert, they were promoting a bunch of their exclusive Prime shows. I really like Rosa Salazar. She was in Alita Battle Angel earlier this year, the James Cameron movie, and I loved her in that. So of course, the first chance I got to see her in something again, I had to see it. But that first trailer, all I could tell was it was this pseudo animation, which, as I now learned, is called kinescopic animation. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it says in the descriptions. And it was, all I could tell was it was something about her dad's dead, she's seeing him. But they really didn't give away much from what I remember in the trailers leading up to it. And just last week, the show came out, and I started watching it. And I'm assuming this is how Amazon markets it. Rosa Salazar plays Alma. She's a 28-year-old woman living in Texas. As I mentioned, her father is dead. Her father died when she was 8. And she's troubled, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. At the beginning, you find out towards the end there's other issues. I will go into spoilers later on in this piece, but for the time being, I just kind of want to get the gist across. Yeah. So she's troubled. And after a car incident, she begins to see hallucinations of her dead father, claiming that Alma is skilled in some way. She has the ability to go back in time. This is how the hallucination of the father explains it. And she can possibly change the past so her dad doesn't die. You'd think that's a simple setup, but in the best way possible, it's not. Now, first off, some of you who know me personally know that I hate time travel with the burning passion of 1,000 suns. So you may be wondering, why did you even give this a try, Ed? And I really just like Rosa Salazar, and I was really into... From those trailers, I thought, oh, this looks like it's going to at least be visually interesting, if anything else. So I sit down, And I watched, this is Thursday the 19th, so it's been about 6 days since it became available. And like I said, I just finished it. I'm not a binger. I like to kind of stagger my episodes a little bit. I still did it within a week, so I'm kind of proud of myself. High five me. And I guess pre-spoilers, all I can say is I'm blown away. Without giving away plot specifics, this show is a beautiful, difficult, real look at life and at mental illness. That's what this is. This is a very surrealist look at people with mental illness and dealing with reality in that kind of a setting. It also, pre-spoilers, I can say, like I said, that kinescopic animation that they do, which I'm not exactly sure how they do it, but it's basically Salazar and the cast acted all of the scenes and they were filmed. And I gotta look into how they did this, because I've never seen anything visually like it. But they make it look like she's a hand-drawn animated character, but it's really her face. It is so visually interesting. And all the backdrops are hand-drawn. It is so gorgeous to look at. And my only other pre-spoiler-y thought is that Rosa Salazar is astonishing in this role. She's amazing. I don't know how to say it other than that. She plays... There's a theme of broken people throughout the show. And she plays a broken person with such beauty, if that makes any sense. It's almost... I don't want to say that she's perfect, because the character's not perfect, but that's the point. And she brings a reality to it that I can't think of any other actress, ones I like, ones I don't like, that could have been so terrific in this role. Now, just a fair warning, I'm going to dive into somewhat spoilery territory. And if you don't want it spoiled, end the video here, because this is more of just an initial thoughts. I'll say before I do the spoilers, just so you can leave comfortably if you want to check this out, which I highly recommend that you do. This show is easily a 5 out of 5. This is the best program on television that I've watched in a long time. Not just this year, not just 2 years. This show is, I don't want to say game-changing, but it is... I don't believe in perfect media perfect media projects, but it's damn near perfect. It's astounding. So if you don't want the plot points spoiled, though I won't go too far deep into everything that happened in the show, end the video here, or audio here. 3, 2, 1. So the show, I was watching the program with my mother, and through the whole time we're theorizing: is she crazy? Is the dad a hallucination? Is this time travel thing real? My mother, ever the scientist, ever the realist, told me very early on, no. They're building up to her being schizophrenic. Which, without giving away what the final episode does, is essentially where they go with this. But what makes this so effective, and this is without knowing much about schizophrenia, I just have to say, what makes this with a show so effective is that it takes schizophrenic hallucinations and they present it in such a way that it is surreal, and it's done as a surrealist, in a surrealist style. I apologize again that I'm stuttering. We're getting into the more meat and potatoes of what I think. But yeah, it is done with this in a surrealist style that makes you, the viewer, feel just as paranoid as Alma is in the show. In a good way. That's what it wants you to do. It doesn't want you to say, oh, Alma's crazy. It wants you to feel what Alma's feeling. And it is so effective in that. Take the second episode called The Hospital, where Alma is in the hospital after her incident, and she's getting to know the hallucination of her dad, being told by this hallucination what the rules are, quote unquote. And through it, she's stuck in a loop. She keeps reliving the same day or so, day and a half to a couple weeks. It's not very, again, it effectively does not make it clear where she is in time, where she's having the same conversations, having the same fights with her living family members, seeing her dad, and she's having a mental breakdown, clearly, as this is going on. And it doesn't, a lot of times I find that shows that try and do this same kind of a topic of showing the complexity of a mental breakdown just tend to go with like shaky cam and scary imagery. But what makes Undone so effective is that it doesn't do that. It just tries to make you feel really unsettled. In that episode, as you keep seeing Alma, seeing these same scenes over and over again with a detail changed or something out of place, you start to feel just as uncomfortable as she is. And that is what makes this so effective, is its masterful portrayal of mental illness. I've watched other shows, other movies that try and deal with concepts like these, and they just fail miserably. And Undone beyond succeeds. And I think that's gonna just about do it. I'm actually pretty happy with this. I think this is gonna end up being what I post on the channel, so I hope you guys like this. Like I said, Amanda is actually in Los Angeles. I hope she's okay with me saying that. So I'm gonna try, and yeah, she's in Los Angeles for a program with a college. I'm gonna run that by her to make sure it's okay that I said that. But regardless, I'm gonna try and do more of these audio pieces as opposed to we're not going to really be having video reviews until probably Star Wars in December. But I kind of like this audio format. We've been doing it for a while. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you later. Definitely check out Undone if you have Amazon. I can't recommend it enough. It's terrific, and thanks for listening. See you guys later.